win out there in Philly after we heard so much talk about how they weren't as cohesive as maybe they'd like to be in the locker room. No Kyrie Irving. They pull out a win. And BD, when you hear the talk or maybe see the body language of the Celtics, you know that they were the favorites or one of the favorites this year. Do you believe it's something to that, or do you think once the playoffs start that we're not going to hear about that again and they're just going to get rolling?
It's a little different for Boston for me because they have a lot of kind of like alpha personalities. You got Morris, you got Smart, you got Kyrie, you got a lot of alpha personalities. So I think for them, it's just the comment that Marquise Morris made was really about too many people are playing, right? And guys are complaining about playing time, and that's what's really messing up the team chemistry. But I thought tonight they did a good job of coming out and playing with energy and masking all that.
I'm a true believer that cohesiveness, that word is overused. The word that needs to be used is respect. Doesn't matter if you like each other, because you guys know my situation. Yep. However, if you respect the man, you will rotate. If you respect the man when he's open, you give him the ball. If you respect the man when he's hot, forget about you and what you can do, you got to give him the ball. As long as they respect each other and play, you don't have to like each other. You don't have to go to dinner, your families don't have to get along, your wives don't have to get along. Sure. Once you step inside that square, rectangle, whatever you want to call it, you got to respect each other. And they should just respect each other and just play. They need to have one last meeting and say, you know what, forget all this, because they're very talented. And we all know it's hard to get there and keep getting there and keep getting there. If you look at Golden State, they don't care. Steph Curry is my favorite player, the best shooter in the game. He can shoot every time, but guess what? When Clay is hot, he gets it to him.
Yeah.
When Draymond is open, he gets it to him. When Kevin is going, he gets it to him. That's why they win. That's why they go back year after year after year. So cohesiveness and being together and liking each other, that's all a myth. You just have to respect each other.
But don't you think a little bit of this has to do with the success that they had last year without their alphas? Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing, because that empowers. They got to the Eastern Conference Championship without Gordon Hayward and without Kyrie Irving. And so I think that does a little bit, because the upper hand you have as an alpha is, listen, I've been here, you haven't. But they got there last year without him. So I think that just putting together the personalities of this team is harder when you've had success without your major pieces.
And it's a lot more people playing, So now you got Gordon Hayward, you got Kyrie, and then you got 3 or 4 other guys, that affects Tatum minutes, that affect Brown minutes, Rozier minutes, affect Kyrie minutes. So, shout out to the coach for kind of playing with this Rubik's Cube. But at some point, you're going to have to lock down and figure out who are my 8, who are my 9 guys going into the playoffs, and everybody else, out of respect, got to respect what we going out to accomplish.
And a lot of guys don't understand this. It took me a while to understand this. When you got good players alongside you, makes it easier for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to do as much. Like if I got the best handle in the world and I got BD on the wing, I got to kick it to him because he's a shooter.
Yeah.
If I got C-Web in the post, I got to throw it to him. I ain't going to be trying to do all that. So sometimes a couple people on the team do too much rather than respecting the young guys. They can play.
You're not going to throw it
make it easier for me.
You're not throwing it to me, though, Shaq?
You're not on my team.
You mentioned me. And you mentioned C-Web, but you're not going to throw me the ball? I got you.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. Off my campaign.